showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving ability. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the dock, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the reasons why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale, and each of these 5 whales has their own personal names. Takara, Sakari, Kamea, and joining us right here, and Julie. Kamea is the youngest member of our pod, at just 6 years old, and her mother, Takara, is the oldest, at 29 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we can teach them husbandry, or healthcare behaviors. And joining me right here in this pool to demonstrate just a few of those critical behaviors, we have Brittany and Doug. Now over on this side of the stadium, Brittany is with 2R, and they are demonstrating one of the very first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales. This behavior is known as a flip present, or a tail present. From this position, not only can we see the entire whale's body, but it also allows us to have easy access to the shallow veins on the underside of their tail flukes. From these veins, our veterinary staff can get a blood sample, at least once a month, or whenever we need to, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Now you may have noticed that Brittany was giving 2R a nice tail massage. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one way that we can develop strong relationships with each of our whales. Now over on the other side of the stadium, Doug is with and they're going to demonstrate another critical diagnostic tool that we can use, which is the whale's weight. Now Kai has slid up onto that scale, or onto that slideout, and we have a killer whale size scale in one of our back pools, and we can ask the whales to do the exact same thing. Now you might notice that a portion of Kayuki's body, from his dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes, is still in the water. This part of his body is known as the peduncle, and it contains several large muscles that can weigh hundreds of pounds. Now in order to make sure that the weight that we get on Kayuki is accurate, all we have to do is ask him to lift his tail up and out of the water. We do this every single week, and that's how we know that as of Tuesday morning, Kayuki weighs 9,530 pounds. Being able to get an accurate weight on our killer whales helps us to ensure that the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight, and that the younger whales are growing appropriately. Our husbandry behaviors help us to ensure that the whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observation and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. When they're very young, they observe their mother and other members of their pod and mimic their behaviors. And they can do the same thing here with us. So over here on this side of the stadium, we're going to play a little game of follow the leader with 2R. So what I need all of you to do is take your left arm, lift it all the way up into the air, and give 2R a nice big wave. Great job. As you can see, 2R is paying close attention to you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight, both above and below the water. And we often see them spy hopping, or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better look around. With your help, we're going to demonstrate this with a behavior known as a sighting valve. So once again, we're going to take our left hand, point it at 2R, and this time we're going to throw it across our body over our shoulder like we're doing the disco. Ready? Go! Perfect job. Now 2R is going to take off all the way to the bottom of this 40-foot pool. And in just a moment, he is going to propel his entire body out of the water, right in the center of the pool. Thank you all so much for your help. Now over on the other side of the stadium, Doug and Kayuka are with a very special family. We're going to help us demonstrate how killer whales can communicate. Now one of those ways is through the use of vocalization. So go ahead and give him that first signal. Perfect. Now another way that killer whales can communicate is by leaping out of the water and smacking various parts of their body against the surface of the water in behaviors known as breaches. So Kai's going to demonstrate this, and he's going to take off to the bottom of our pool, just like 2R did, using that powerful peduncle that we talked about earlier. But this time, he's not going to be in the center of the pool. He is going to jump out of the water right in front of you and get you completely soaked. Wow, you guys are drenched! Thank you all so much for helping us communicate. Helping us demonstrate that killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has demonstrated many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. Some information, however, can only be gained through field research. SeaWorld works with our partners, like the Norwegian Orca Survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals. And perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail points.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For the whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for you, it's time to get wet. overfishing and pollution can pose serious threats to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful. But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written. And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, we hope that by joining us today, these animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation for killer whales, just like they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from them, and we hope that you do too. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope you've had a wonderful day here at SeaWorld. And just as a reminder, we do ask that you remain seated until one of our ambassadors can dismiss your seating section. If you are seeing that